The Michigan Football Report is presented by Manscape. They have launched their new beard products, folks. If you have a beard, if you have any facial hair, hell, Manscaped has got you hooked up with the new beard products. We'll tell you about it here in a moment. Always go to manscaped.com, use promo code GOBLUE, no spaces, for 20% off and free shipping. Let's take a look at my early spring defensive depth chart. We're going to go over all the positions. Some things might surprise you. Michigan's had a number of transfers in, Josaiah, Stewart, you got Ernest, Hausmann, et cetera, and Michigan's lost a few guys that we don't really know who exactly is a proven player that can replace them. So I'm speculating on some of this stuff, but I think you'll find it interesting who we've got slated at all the different positions. But before we do, I had an argument with a friend over text last week, so let me know what you guys think. The better Michigan football team was 2016, not of all time or anything like that, just these two teams against each other. 2016, if you guys are history buffs, of course, Harbaugh's second year, Michigan started off the year 9-0, got up to number 2 in the polls, lost to Iowa on the road, and then went into the Ohio State game 3 weeks later. It's the number 3 team in the country, lost the JT was short game, and then kind of mailed in against Florida State, ended up with 3 losses, lost to Ohio State in the road, didn't win the Big Ten title, but was probably more talented top to bottom. Okay, 2021, they did beat Ohio State. They did win the Big Ten. Also had that road loss against Michigan State, a top 10 team versus Iowa was kind of a crap team, and ended the year by getting crushed by Georgia. So 2-loss team versus 3-loss team, Big Ten. I think accolades, 2021, no question, but if they played in the field, who would win 2016 or 2021? Comment below, or if you're in the live chat right now, I see a bunch of 2021s coming in early on. Give me a reasoning, too, of why. And hell, maybe even I'm not trying to complicate things. Hell, give me a score prediction if those two teams face each other. Let's take a look at the interior of the defensive line. Now, Michigan in the last few years under Jim Harbaugh has started to do things differently. So, they're kind of like NFL names, all this different stuff. So it's like interior, outside linebackers. Sometimes the positions are intermingling. So I don't think most times these guys are all starters next year. I think for the most part, the interior guys, Michigan has 2 guys in the field for most of their base sets, but there's 3 positions, so we'll list starters for them. Kris Jenkins, returning for another year, feels like he's been there forever. Rayshon Trap Money Benny will be his backup at the 5 tech. Now, Mason Graham, defensive tackle. He'll be on the field pretty much all time. And nose tackle and 5 tech really is going to depend on whether or not it's like a goal line situation, 3rd and 1 or something like that, or if Michigan thinks the team's going to run or thinks the team's going to pass, Barrett or Jenkins will kind of swap out their roles. But sometimes they'll all be on the field at the same time together. Those 3 guys will take up the middle of the field, and then they'll have more external guys on the outside. But Rayshon Benny going into I think it's 3rd year of the program now. And then Cam Good transferred in after last year, or before last season. Didn't really do anything this past year. Kenneth Grant will go into his 2nd year. And then Benny will be the backup at the 5 tech. So I think all 3 of those guys will get a bunch of playing time. My standout guy there, though, is Mason Graham. I think he's going to be an all Big Ten first team defensive lineman. And hell, he's going to make a run for an All-American before he is done at Michigan. As always, guys, I'm going to ask you to subscribe to the channel. Subscribers are the lifeblood of a YouTube show. Subscribers are growing. Audience typically is growing. Subscribers stop. YouTube says, wow, people aren't subscribing to this channel as fast as they used to, as much as they rate. They didn't get as many this week as they did last week. Let's start showing the content to less people. The inverse is true with more subscribers. So that's why it's always part of the programming is to ask you to subscribe. Because when we do, typically it leads to more subscribers. So you have to just appreciate that sometimes as a viewer that we know what moves the numbers and moves the needles, and we don't want to make shows for nobody. We want to get this program in front of more Michigan football fans. If you like the show too, take that link, send it to a friend in your group chats, Facebook, wherever that you share links. All right, now we're combining defensive end, a.k.a. edge, which I kind of hate that term, but it is what it is. A lot of NFL teams use that term as just like a bat out of hell defensive lineman on the outside, Aiden Hutchinson style, David Ojabo. Josiah Stewart, Junior and Jalen Harrell. Harrell kind of returning for another year starting. He'll be backed up by Braden McGregor, going into like his 9th year at Michigan, it feels like, but I think it's reality 4th, maybe 5th. Stewart's coming into Michigan from Coastal Carolina. Let's take a look at his stats the last couple of years, right? 2 seasons at Coastal Carolina. These are huge freaking stats, folks. 79 tackles, 16 sacks. Now, it's not like these are his last 2 years as a junior and senior and he's coming in for a 5th year. No, freshman, true sophomore, 16 sacks, 12 and a half of those were as a true freshman, and they were using him a little bit differently last year. 25 and a half tackles for loss, folks. 4 forced fumbles in 2 seasons. Now he's part of this Michigan football program. I've got him starting in there at the edge over Derek Moore, who I think some other people think that he's going to just slide in there now that Mike Morris has gone on. Yabioki's decided to transfer to Charlotte. Jalen Harrell, you guys know what you're getting from him. Now, in the interior, there's a lot of just kind of things to consider. Barrett and Colson are back as starters, but you've got guys behind them. Nikhai Hill-Green is slated as a starter last year. Ernest Hausmann, starting linebacker for Nebraska. Jimmy Roller, highly rated recruit. And Kalel Mullings, running back, not running back, whatever he is for Michigan. I think he's going to be back at the tight end position next year. That is the edge depth chart for Michigan. And, folks, I did want to tell you guys about today's sponsor, and that is Manscape. And we got some breaking news here from Manscape, folks. Breaking news in the Michigan Football Report. Attention all bearded gentlemen. Manscaped has launched a beard grooming kit. Are you tired of using multiple products to maintain your beard? Look no further than the luxury Beard Hedger Pro Kit from Manscaped. This complete beard maintenance kit has everything you need to be the modern man on the go. From trimming to treatment, this kit has it all. Here's what you get in the kit. Beard Hedger. You get a charger, AC adapter, and USB-C, beard shampoo, conditioner, beard oil, beard balm, and a travel bag. Plus, as a special bonus, when you use our promo code GOBLUE, you'll also receive a beard accessory pack with a brush, beard comb, and beard scissors. That's amazing. The Beard Hedger was designed with a unique cutting angle to have its built-in comb lift flat-lying hairs for a smooth single-stroke trimming. And for a limited time, 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com. You've got to use promo code GOBLUE. No spaces. Promo code GOBLUE. Don't wait, folks. With your beard, get your Beard Hedger Pro Kit today and take your beard game to the next level. I just want to show you a little bit what they get in this package. You got beard conditioner. You got this bad boy. If I had a beard right now, I might be like, hey, I gotta make my beard look a little better. Rough it up a little bit, smooth it out a little bit. And I saw that there. Comb. If you're one of these guys that got the big beards, you got the Manscaped comb. My entire bathroom at this point is Manscaped. It's kind of wild how they have taken over the Yoder household. And then these things can be dangerous, Jack. I don't know if we should have these in the office. I don't know if I pulled these out of mine. Beard scissors. This is what the pros use, baby. Okay, that's the latest of Manscaped. They have reinvented the beard game. Get your beard trimming kit. If your dad's got a beard, your brother, something like that, get it for them for a birthday present. Father's Day coming up in 4 or 5 months. Manscaped.com, promo code GOBLUE. All right, back to the edge, the edge and linebacker depth chart one more time. Junior Colson, Mike Barrett in the middle. They're going to be backed up by some really talented guys. Jimmy Roller, right? He was a true freshman out of Indiana, I think it was. He's a top 200 guy. He got a bunch of playing time this year. I got him as third string right now. Nikhai Hill-Green, injured all year. Back up. What are we getting from Ernest Hausmann, though? He got a sack, his one sack for Nebraska when he played against Michigan this year. Started 7 games as a true freshman, 54 tackles, 2 tackles for a loss. I think he's going to start off the year as a backup, but I do think there's a good chance that as the time goes on, maybe Michael Barrett or maybe Michigan just switches up and plays more 3 linebacker sets. But I think Ernest Hausmann this year, next year, hell, even 2025 is going to be a consistent player and a big-time contributor for Michigan going forward for this program. Okay, let's take a look back to last year, right? Tackling leaders for this team. These are the guys who led the team in tackles in 2022. Junior Colson, Michael Barrett, Rod Moore, Mike Sainristil, and Kris Jenkins. What do these players all have in common? I wonder. Well, this is a good thing. They're all returning, right? They are all returning for Michigan in 2023. I think it's a big sign. Your top 5 tacklers are all returning going into a new season. That's why a lot of people, myself included, like you guys, are so super pumped up about this team. Another guy I'm super pumped up about is Will Johnson. I think he was Michigan's best defender the last 5-6 games of the year. Right? I mean, unfortunately, he benefited from the malice in the Big Ten, the Big House Tunnel when G-Mon Green had to miss a couple games. Right? He got all those snaps and he performed. Right? 2 interceptions against Purdue, great plays, shut down Ohio State players, made plays against TCU. I think he's going to be a big-time player this year, maybe Michigan's best defender in 2023. Will he be a first-team All-American? Let's just say this year. 2023. He's got 2 seasons left at least. 2023. Comment yes or no, or put it in the live chat on the Michigan Football Report live YouTube show. Will Johnson, 2023, first team All-American. Yes or no? I think yes. Let me know what you guys think. Give me a yes or a no. All right, so we went over our defensive line, interior defensive line. You got the edge, you got the linebackers inside. Michigan runs kind of a funky set, and I think we're going to end up having, 12 or 13 positions here, 12 positions at least. But Michigan has got different base sets based on who the opponent is. But one, set, one level of the defense that really hasn't changed no matter what the opponent is the secondary. Michigan's typically had, under Jim Harbaugh, pretty much every game, 5 guys starting in the secondary. And here are the guys I've got slated for starters this year, right? And it's a lot of names you guys know. I wish DJ Turner or Gemon Green would have come back because then there'd be no holes in this secondary. But right now, Bakari Page supplanted RJ Moten as the starting strong safety. I've got him back there this year. Moten, if he stays on, he'll be there for the spring, but I thought there was a chance he could transfer. Not so fast, my friend. RJ Moten will return as of now. Rod Moore, 3rd year in the program, 3rd year as a starter. Keon Sabb, who was a big-time level recruit, will be his backup at free safety. At the cornerback position, Will Johnson and then Jade McBurrows. Here's one of the guys in the melee in the Big House Tunnel with Michigan State. He's slated right now as the best bet I've got for cornerback 2. Michael Pollard and true freshman Jair Hill behind him, and then Mike Sainristil. I think maybe the heart of Michigan's entire team going into 2023 as the nickel for the 2nd straight year. Zeke Berry, another big-time recruit out of the state of California, will be his backup in at the nickel position. But how about Will Johnson? I asked you the question about Will Johnson. Could he be a first-team All-American? Here's his stats last year. 2 tackles for losses on his 27 tackles in general. 6 pass pickups, okay, but 3 interceptions. And those really came down the stretch, including 2 against Purdue. Folks, I don't know. Could he be the best defender in college football? He was Michigan's best defender down the stretch of the year. Let's just say the month of November through the loss of TCU on December 31st. So 2 months, 5 games, whatever you call it. The development of him from first 3 or 4 or 5 games of the year to the last 3, 4, 5 games of the year is so stark. It honestly truly reminds me of Charles Woodson in 1995. Got in the starting lineup, 5th game, 6th game in there. And by the end of the year, what happened to Charles Woodson in 95? 2 interceptions against Ohio State. Beat a number 2 Ohio State game that year as a true freshman. All-American in 2020 or in 1996. Heisman Trophy winner in 1997. I think there's a chance Will Johnson is on that same path. Right now, I'm going to say, folks, if he's not the best cornerback since Charles Woodson, by the time he's done at Michigan, if you're not saying Woodson and after Woodson, Will Johnson, I think something went drastically wrong. I think next year he could be potentially the best defensive player, if not just the best cornerback in all of college football. Who you got, guys? On Sunday, you've got the AFC Championship game. Is it going to be the Chiefs? Patrick Mahomes, 5th straight AFC Championship game, but Mahomes is 0-3 to Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals since Burrow has been there, including last year's AFC Championship game. Give me a C. Give me a B. The Bengals are actually now favored now, Jack. By the on the road. They went from like a 1.5-point underdog to a 1.5, 2-point favorite in a matter of 3 or 4 days. Give me a C. Give me a B. I'm just going to say C because Chat Sports has a Chiefs show, so I'm kind of rooting for the brand. Let me know what you guys think. C or B, Bengals or Chiefs. Head over to special teams. This is an area where Michigan's got a lot of question marks, right? You're losing your kicker, Jake Moody. You're losing your punter. And you don't have much depth with proven guys at the kick returners and such like that. So Tommy Doman, not a name pretty many people you guys have seen, but he's kind of just been in the background for the last year plus as the next in line at kicker, and apparently they're going to put him as punter too. He's got a lot of experience punting from high school and summer camps, etc. So if he were to get hurt, folks, that's pretty bad news. In the future, though, Adam Samaha, the incoming true freshman, will be the backup kicker. I don't think he's got really much punting experience, but Michigan's kind of filled that void going forward in the future. Roman Wilson, I've got as my primary kick returner, with A.J. Henning being the other kick returner that doesn't get as many returns. And then as of now, A.J. Henning is the only punt returner I can really hang my hat on, though I do think plenty of guys, including several guys on the defensive side of the ball, will get opportunities in spring practice, and we'll be able to update this with our post-spring practice depth chart. Taking you through it one more time. Kris Jenkins, Mason Graham, Rayshon, Trap Money Benny as my starters or alt starters on the interior of the defensive line at the 3 positions that Michigan does depth chart for. On the linebacker / edge, right, the defensive end / linebackers, Michigan really has gone to a 2-2-2-5, 2 interior guys, 2 edge guys on the outside, 2 linebackers, and then 5 guys in the secondary. Josaiah Stewart coming over from Coastal Carolina. He'll beat out Derek Moore, I think, but we'll see. Both guys will get a lot of playing time. Michigan's rotated tons of defensive linemen. Junior Colson, Michael Barrett, and Jalen Harrell will start again on the outside. 3 returning starters there. Ernest Hausmann coming over from Nebraska, right? Big time 7-game starter as a true freshman. Another true freshman last year. Jimmy Roller, top 200 recruit. See what he can do. Nikhai Green, slated as a starter last year. Got hurt, missed the entire season, and then Kalel Mullings fumbled. What was that, against TCU? It was a terrible play. And then Braden McGregor, in his 19th year as a Michigan football player, will be the backup at the other edge position. Into the secondary that we just showed you, but recapping it, Makari Page, Rod Moore, Will Johnson, and Mike Sainristil, all returning starters. You see that a lot, guys. I mean, just think about all the returning starters across this entire team. New name, Jaden McBurrows as the other cornerback, although Michigan will pursue transfers in quarterback, guy from Ole Miss we talked about, and we'll see what's out there after spring practice. There's another recruiting portal 15-day period, May 1st through 15th. I think Michigan would be very smart to bring in another cornerback to kind of battle for that other starting job outside of Will Johnson. And special teams, Tommy Doman, a lot of names you haven't heard, a couple names you haven't heard of. Tommy Doman at kicker, punter, Roman Wilson, of course, AJ Henning as your kick returners, and Henning as your punt returners. Of course, anyone who's followed Michigan football for more than a day should know those 2 names. How about over on the NFC side of things? Let me know if it's the Eagles or the 49ers. Give me an E for the Philadelphia Eagles. The best team in all the NFL the entire season for the most part. 49ers, the hottest team in the NFL over the last 2.5 months. What, like 11 straight games, I think it is. The Eagles are, I believe, like 12 or 13-1 with Jalen Hurts. They've lost 1 game with Hurts as their quarterback this year. 49ers, guys, huge. No matter who's a quarterback, they're winning 7-0 with a rookie quarterback whose name I'm forgetting at this point again. What's his name? Brock Purdy. I keep forgetting his name. So, Arizona's finest. Yep. Let me know what you guys think. E for the Eagles or a 4 for the 49ers. Jacksonville Zoe says Eagles. Julian with a 4 for the Niners. And Bill Graves with a Eagles. Josh High School, 49ers. Rob Smith and Eagles. Pretty split. Let me know in the live chat or down in the comments on today's Michigan Football Report. If you haven't yet, I am on Twitter. It is at James Yoder. Folks, really appreciate everyone who's been with us today. I'm going to put that in the live chat, but the link to my Twitter account is also down in the comments and the description of today's video. Follow me on Twitter. Keep up to me. We're putting out 4 to 5 videos in the off season, but you can keep up with me every single day on Twitter. It's at James Yoder.